Hey friends, I'm Crystal Wing, and this is What's on Top. It's a place to chase curiosity with me. Mama O always asks, "What's on top?" And that's where we start. Whatever's kind of sitting at the front of my brain today, hanging out on top. Around here, I embrace curiosity, the connections between dog training, being human, and all the random life stuff that somehow ties back to our dogs. Sometimes this will be a short reflection or something my dogs teach me, or maybe it's a conversation with someone whose brain I love to explore. It's definitely no big production or fancy editing. It's just me, my dogs, and whatever's on top today. So today's curiosity: how do we connect with our imagination to become better trainers? I think imagination is one of the most powerful tools we have. Eventually, every trainer is going to reach a moment where your dog does something completely unexpected, and the plan gets just, crazy. You don't know what to do. And it's kind of like when you have salt instead of sugar for that cookie recipe. Now what? So that's where imagination's going to come in. One of the skills that I always hope to help people develop as a teacher isn't just better mechanics or timing. It's the ability to imagine possibilities, something they haven't considered yet. Because that's what you need in that moment when your training goes pear-shaped. Today, I'd like to introduce you to an imagination break. It's an idea I recently discovered from the Instagram account PlayRx. If you enjoy playful ways of stretching your thinking and connecting with your imagination, I highly recommend following her. I've adapted one of her exercises into a different story to share with you today, because I love where these little journeys take me. I'm inviting you along on this journey, because giving us permission to imagine, it seems to let thoughts and memories and ideas bubble up that we don't normally notice. This is an opportunity to become curious about whatever your own mind creates without any concerns of having the right answer. Can you see my air quotes? I moved my little fingers. You couldn't see it. So I'd like to invite you to listen along and notice whatever comes. And at the end, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. And then I'm leaving you with 2 minutes of silence. See where your imagination takes you. So if you're somewhere safe and comfortable, I'd invite you to simply listen. And if you can, close your eyes as I tell this story. You're standing in the middle of a wide prairie on a late summer evening. The heat of the day has finally begun to soften, and a warm breeze moves through the tall grasses around your legs. Every now and then, a clover blossom brushes gently against your ankle. The air carries the sweet scent of warm prairie grass, wildflowers, and sun-baked earth that's finally beginning to cool. Every breath feels fresh, yet still wrapped in the warmth of the day as evening settles in. The sky is beginning to change, the gold slowly giving way to soft pinks and peaches and hints of lavender as the sun settles lower toward the horizon. Long shadows stretch across the prairie, making the grasses shimmer like gentle waves on an endless sea. Around the edges of the prairie stands a scattered line of trees, their dark silhouettes framing the open field. Their leaves whisper softly whenever the breeze finds them. From the distant trees comes the gentle chatter of songbirds settling in for the evening. The steady chorus of cicadas rise and fall like waves. The crickets and frogs are sounding off in this chorus. And far away, almost hidden beneath all the other sounds, is a wind chime, deep like church bells. They ring once, then again, just barely carried by the breeze. You notice how the prairie seems to move as one, as though it's breathing. The grasses sway together, bowing and rising with each passing breeze. Here and there, the seed heads catch the last light of the evening, glowing, almost as if each one were lit from within. You take a slow, deep breath and exhale. The air feels warm against your skin, but comfortable now. The kind of evening that makes you want to stay outside just a little longer. You notice the smell of sweet clover, warm earth, and the faint scent of trees carried across the field. You slowly scan the horizon. The prairie stretches in every direction, ending only where it meets the trees. For a few moments, there is nothing to do, nothing expected of you. Just this place and this moment. Everything feels peaceful. Then, almost at the edge of the tree line, you notice movement. It's a dog. too far away to recognize, just a silhouette, weaving through the tall grass. For a moment, it disappears completely beneath the prairie grasses, before springing back into view. Then it vanishes again, then reappears, each effortless bound lifting it just high enough for you to catch another glimpse. Its tail sweeps back and forth like the rudder of a boat, parting the grasses as it moves. Occasionally, it gives a playful hop, as though simply enjoying the feeling of moving through the field. It doesn't seem hurried, it simply knows exactly where it's going. Toward you. As the distance closes, you realize the dog is carrying something. It's not dragging it or playing with it, simply carrying it with a quiet purpose. You watch, curious. The dog slows as it reaches you. It stops, only a few feet away. Its ears soften, its eyes are bright, calm, and deeply attentive. The kind of eyes that seem to recognize you before you've even recognized yourself. It stands quietly, almost as though it's waiting, its tail moving in gentle sweeps through the grass. Only then do you notice exactly what it's brought. What is it? What happens next?